Alright guys, so lately I've been getting a lot of questions on how I cook in the van. So I'm going to show you what one of my favorite meals is and how exactly I do that when I don't have a conventional stove or an oven. So one of the challenges I've faced while living in the van is not having a fridge. Because I don't have a fridge, that means I can't store a lot of produce, I can't store fresh fruits like strawberries and blueberries, all that kind of stuff. I can't have meat because I don't have a cool place to put it. And I know a lot of you are going to say, well, why don't you just get a cooler and fill it with ice? Well, I would do that, but I don't necessarily have room for it in here, and I don't want to fill the ice every couple days. That would just get really tedious. If it happened to spill, I'd have water everywhere. The water could saturate my food, etc. So that's why I don't do the cooler. But there are still ways to have a healthy diet without having a fridge. So I'm going to show you guys one of my favorite meals that I like to make. It's super quick, super easy, delicious, and very full of like protein and fiber and all that kind of stuff. I don't usually cook inside because of the fumes and all that kind of stuff. And I don't necessarily want my house to smell like the food that I cook because it is such a small space. But tonight is very chilly, and I will make an exception just because, one, it's a little windy, so the wind would blow the flame out outside, and it's just really cold to have the door open the entire time. So it is like a propane stove, so I gotta be careful with the fumes. What I do is I just crack a window in the front, let the fumes go out that way. And so I don't really have to worry about like carbon monoxide poisoning or anything like that. This is my setup down here, and I apologize for the darkness, but this is just my empty space that I have in the van. And if you saw the van tour video, you'll know where this is. Also, if you haven't seen the van tour video, go check it out right after this. So this is where I will be cooking on tonight. One of my favorite and easiest meals to make in the van is couscous. It cooks in like 5 minutes, and it's very full of fiber, and I think it has 8 grams of protein per serving, which is like crazy. What I normally like to do is just mix it with some olive oil and some spices, and then I have these like baby peppers, and I'll cut those up and throw it in there just for like a little extra flair, and that way I also get my vegetables. So I just cook those up in a little bit of oil, saute them up, and then I'll add them into the couscous. If any of you have ever made couscous before, you know just how easy it is to make. You literally just boil the water, get it boiling, and then pour the couscous in there, let it sit for 5 minutes, and it's done. Super simple, super easy, very tasty. So I got my peppers sauteing up, and I got my water boiling. So once these peppers get all nice and caramelized, then I'm going to turn that off, let it sit just a little bit. And then this couscous is just about ready to go in the boiling water. Okay, so the peppers are all sauteed up. Couscous is done. So what I'm going to do now is put my peppers in the couscous and mix it with some olive oil, and I'll show you all the spices that I put on here. Okay, for spices, I have one of these multi-spice things that I probably got at the Walmart camping section. Has everything that you need in it. So I normally will just add some salt, some pepper, like powder, and this is my all-time favorite seasoning. It's the Trader Joe's 21 seasoning salute. It's very flavorful. It's almost kind of like an Italian seasoning, but it has cool things in it like orange peel and stuff like that, so you get like a nice fresh flavor from it. Alright, and then I just mix it all together and dinner is made. So I usually do just eat out of the pot because there's no point in wasting yet another dish. Plus it's just like a small little pot. What I do is I just grab a little towel, put it under it, and use that kind of as a pot holder so it doesn't burn me. So like I was saying, this is probably one of the easiest meals you can possibly make in a van. All together with prep and cook, it probably takes about 10 minutes. Cleanup takes another 2 or 3 minutes. So what I do for cleanup is, it's too dark to show you, but I'll tell you what I do, is just get water, paper towels, and like eco-friendly soap, and just scrub it up outside, rinse it off with some water and some paper towels, and then let it cool down and dry, and then stick it right back in the storage container. The best part about this meal, especially being a broke college kid, is it's very cheap. So I got everything that I needed at Trader Joe's. That entire box of couscous is like $2, peppers $2, seasoning $2. So, and the peppers probably last me about a week, and I like them because they have a long shelf life and they don't have to be refrigerated necessarily. I try not to let them get old or gross. I eat them in the frame before they get bad. Luckily, it's been cool enough outside to where nothing in the van really gets hot, so that helps too. But that is another option for a perishable item that I can actually have that's fresh and it's healthy. It's a vegetable, so I get, I still have a very healthy diet, even though I don't have things like a fridge or an oven. So there are things that I can incorporate into my everyday living even while living in a van and going to school, and that way I can ensure, my health is up to shape, to have a nice warm dinner at night when I get off of class, and to fuel myself for the next day and get ready for bed, all that kind of stuff. So that's how I cook in the van, and I hope this answered some of y'all's questions. If not, just leave another question in the comment below and I will get to it as soon as I can, and I will see you guys next time.